Greetings and welcome to today's video. Jamaica needs 7 international airports to promote ecotourism and to double its GDP to US $30 billion by 2030. We need 7 international airports to 1. Promote ecotourism in Jamaica, and 2. Avoid visitors arriving into clogged up cities like Montego Bay and Kingston. 3. Ensure that all areas of Jamaica are within 45 minutes drive from an international airport. And 4. Ensure that more visitors will want to revisit Jamaica for a different experience each time they visit Jamaica. We definitely need more international airports in Jamaica. One of the countries in the Caribbean that is outdoing Jamaica in tourism is Dominican Republic. They have 7 international airports which are strategically placed evenly around the country. Hence, a visitor can go on vacation in Dominican Republic 4 or 5 times and go to a different city and have a different experience each year. Then when they get back to their country in the USA or the UK, etc., they will boast on their work colleagues where they have been. A very significant element of Westerners going on holidays is to get bragging rights over their colleagues when they get back home. Over the years, I've seen people in my workplaces in the UK going on holiday to Jamaica. And when they told their work colleagues, or one of the work colleagues would say, "Oh, are you going to Montego Bay then?" The person going on holiday then have to say something like, "Yes, but we will be visiting a few places outside of Montego Bay as well." Usually they would say they will be visiting Negril or Dunsborough Fall or something like that. However, for the visitors who have been to Jamaica before and have already visited those popular places in Jamaica, they'll need to visit somewhere else in Jamaica to get bragging rights over their work colleagues, or they will just go to a different country, both for the experience and for bragging rights as well. Westerners are now going to some remote places around the world to get bragging rights over their work colleagues when they get back to their country. Some are going to remote places in Brazil, India, and Africa because they have a strong belief in ecotourism. They want their tourism dollar to go towards developing poor communities and to help people, rather than their presence clogging up cities and causing pollution in busy cities. This is why the government needs to be careful about increasing the number of visitors to Montego Bay. Montego Bay Airport is good for first-time visitors, but if visitors have a choice, they would want to fly to a different airport on their other visits to Jamaica. As the saying goes, variety is a spice of life. The government desperately need to improve the aesthetics of both Montego Bay Airport and the city itself, including the situation with the roads, etc. However, the government does not need to increase the number of visitors significantly from the current 3.7 million visitors already arriving at the Montego Bay Airport in Jamaica. Visitors are running away from clogged up cities in their own country. They are taking a break from clogged up cities that they drive through to work every day. They want to come to a Jamaica where the land is green, the air is fresh, and there is peace and tranquility. The few young people who visit Jamaica to rave, etc., they will hire a car and go wherever they want to go. However, most of the middle-aged visitors, the ones with the money and the free time on their hands, they just want to relax and walk around the town or village that they are visiting. I'll do a separate video on the importance of the 2K to 5K walk around the local towns and the villages being visited. I've seen it done, and I have done it myself when I visited other European countries. Their walks usually lead to the beach, as most hotels does not own beaches in Europe, as the case is in Jamaica. Though visitors sometimes has plans to stay in one location and then visit several other locations from there, the truth is that people never get the chance to visit most of the places that they plan to visit when they go on holidays. The same thing happens to me when I visited other European countries as well, such as Spain, the Canary Islands, and Portugal, etc. Holidays are meant to relax and enjoy one's surroundings. That is in the city or town that the visitor are visiting. It's not meant to be stressful in all the plannings and arrangements to visit other cities other than this one that the visitor are staying in. I think the above are some of the reasons why the Dominican Republic is outdoing Jamaica in tourism. They have over 7 million visitors each year. 2.5 million visitors more than Jamaica has. And they are not as famous as Jamaica. The country is 4 times larger than Jamaica, and it has different attractions in addition to sun, sea, and sand. We in Jamaica are currently letting Jamaica appear to be smaller than it actually is by just focusing on a few parishes on the north coast. Jamaica need to make itself look bigger than it actually is by offering different products around the island. There are only a limited amount of tourists that has traveled the same city 2 or 3 times during their lifetime. They travel to different cities all over the world. A lot of Westerners travel to at least one city each year. We need to start selling Jamaica 14 parishes as 14 cities, with each parish having its unique features. Also, there are only a limited amount of tourists that do much venturing out from their town where they are staying. By having different airports around the island and offering different tourism attractions around the island, we will make Jamaica look bigger and increase repeated visitor numbers to Jamaica. As traveling to a different airport equals traveling to a different city in Jamaica. Hence, a different holiday experience in Jamaica and new bragging rights for the visitors when they go back to their country. They can boast where they have been. Setting our goals to triple our visitor numbers from 5 million to 15 million per year will require us to have 7 international airports around Jamaica, like the Dominican Republic has. The Prime Minister has already announced 3 new airports. We already have 3 international airports, and the 3 new ones being announced are Negril, Vernon Field, and the Holland Bamboo airstrips in St. Elizabeth, where the government is still trying to acquire the lands around the Holland Bamboo airstrip. Everything that I have said in this article or this video on how to double the Jamaican economy from US 15 billion to US 30 billions by 2030 has already been announced by the government of Jamaica, mainly announced by the Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance, and the Minister of Tourism. Hence, I'm not saying anything new. Most of the announcements to do with the southwestern parishes has been announced after I have written to 4 government ministers. I've mentioned in my earlier videos about this already. While the government's announcements on some of the things that I've suggested were by coincidence or not, I'm just happy for those announcements. And by the way, I can prove by my email stamps that I have made some of those requests. Furthermore, most of the contents of my email to the government in February 2023 were actually suggestions that I had made on other YouTubers' site. I just copied and pasted various comments I had made earlier. However, the point I want to make is this, that the economy cannot grow on announcements only. The works need to be completed with some level of urgency for the economy to start growing rapidly. Jamaica have a history of announcing large infrastructure projects, then do the most of them 40 to 60 years later. Such is much of the infrastructure works being done in Jamaica today, where the plans were drawn up from the 1960s. One of the greatest hindrances and setbacks that Jamaica had suffered for the past 60 years is as a result of corruptions. Money borrowed to do infrastructure works, but the funds were stolen by politicians and connected contractors. However, with the money now being borrowed from China and the works being done by check, this should eliminate most of the risk associated with that level of corruption with money borrowed for major infrastructure programs then going missing. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. God bless you and God bless Jamaica. Until the next video, peace.